There was this moment during Coldplay's concert in India when Chris Martin said this.
Phone in your pocket, your hands in the sky. If a phone in your pocket and your hands in the sky, that's the way we're going to make the whole world fly.
And I was incredulous when I saw people still refusing to stop recording or taking photos. And it made me wonder what literature has to say about this. Let me try to summarize as best as possible without any bias because research on this topic is kind of divided with mixed results. Although not all studies agree with this, taking photos and videos can potentially increase how much you feel engaged in an activity or its enjoyment. But take it with a pinch of salt because this, as you'll come to understand, is conditional. Example, taking photos is good, provided you don't overdo it. That is, don't keep clicking photos and videos like I see a lot of people doing at concerts nowadays. Studies show that the number of times you click decreases engagement, attention, and memory, and is by far the most important of all conditions and is what is called photo taking impairment effect. Even when multiple but unique photos were taken, memory of event was still better for someone who just observed rather than took photos. Although photo taking can increase engagement, it is less likely if the experience by itself is engaging. So if you were at a museum, photos can increase engagement. But at a concert where it's already engaging enough, it won't really do much. On this note, let me take you through another study where photos were taken at museums. People remembered fewer objects, details, and even object locations compared to those who did not take photos. But if they took photos after zooming in on details, they seemed to recognize and remember details well. This again would not be applicable to a concert because you're not there to appreciate what the color of the dress the artist is wearing, but rather how the music is. Although it might help to appreciate and remember the lighting and the ambience at concerts. In fact, studies show that visual memory is better when using camera during experiences. Auditory memory, on the other hand, becomes poorer. And at a concert, what you hear, what you talk to people around would be far more important for the experience. The engagement you feel while taking photos is also less likely if it interferes with the experience. Example, you're looking through the screen rather than actually being in the moment, or because everyone around has their phones up and you can't see beyond all the screens around. It breaks immersion, so don't spend the time watching your phone, rather experience it live. And if you're the type who just has to post stories at a concert, then choosing variations of same photo, choosing filters, captions will shift your attention away and reduce both memory and engagement of the experience. And when you click from a third perspective, like considering how your followers might judge or comparing it with others, it kind of negates any positive experience. Instead, if you were to share it with a very close friend, engagement seems to be higher. Revisiting the media at a later time can also increase the memory. This is what is called transactive memory. It's sort of like you're offloading the memory to something else and using it later to recollect it. But this again is negated if you took too many photos and videos during the concert. And when there is over-reliance on transactive memory, you don't tend to form much memories yourself. So to summarize, be mindful of how many photos you take. Keep it minimal. Try taking photos for yourself rather than to share. Don't over-rely on transactive memory. If you do need to share, do it with a very close friend rather than social media. Don't try posting during the event. Don't see through the phone, and please don't obstruct somebody else's view with your camera. Try revisiting the very few photos that you took at a later time and maybe write about your experience and then share. So in this way, a mindful photo taking, not just at concerts, but in all aspects in life, can potentially increase enjoyment, memory, result in positive mood, and increase life satisfaction. But instead, if you don't meet the conditions mentioned above or take photos from an outward perspective, it pretty much negates any positive effect photo taking has. And this isn't just my opinion, but facts based on research publications related to this topic. So next time you're at a concert, please remember to be mindful. And I'd also love to hear what compels you to take photos during concerts. And if you learned something useful today, please don't forget to drop a like, share, and subscribe.